hello. Here is Aage again with some deep thoughts for you from Broadcast Team Alpha. Let's talk about another one of those life's mysteries. Let's say you want to go out and do something and somebody's sending you off on your way with a good advice and they're telling you, give it intention. Okay, intention. What is it? How do you create intention? What do you do? If you ask 100 people, walk out on the street and ask 100 people what intention is, you just might get about 105 different explanations. Because some of them, they are going to go and give you about 2 or 3 explanations because they don't know. They're trying to explain it to you in their way of perceiving it, and that is not easy. I remember something that Albert Einstein said years ago before he died. He said that if you can explain what you're talking about to a 5-year-old, now if you cannot explain what you are talking about to a 5-year-old and he understands you, you're not understanding it either. I think I was paraphrasing there. That's not the words probably he used, but there was a concept he was talking about. See, intention is not just something you think about. It is also a matter of being. The universe does not help you to the level of what you want. It helps you create to the level that you are. So what are you? You are spiritual consciousness that also have an expression of thoughts, emotions, feelings. You can create visual images. You love and you intend. All of those concepts are relating to each other. If you roll them into one ball, it has individual frequencies, but it creates one major frequency that resonates with the universe. Because when you create something like that, you place it in the universe and you think it into existence. You imagine it into existence. Give it a low form of life, actually. And now you start pulling on that energy that comes with it from that universal mind into the physical, and that's how creations would happen. And you are the creator in your existence. You help create by doing and being. Especially the being part, because the being part supports the doing part. Let's say that you are a despicable person, drug dealer, you're into crime, you're doing all kinds of nasty stuff. For you to create something really good for mankind will be very difficult because of the energy that is brought into the project or the thing. You may be able to create a wonderful house on the top of a hill somewhere, but it could have been paid for by drug money. History shows that that usually goes away for you. You will lose it. So if you are a wonderful person that cares more about other people and so on, you have a lot easier to create good things because there's good energy coming with it into the project. See, intention is one of those things you must engage. just saying the words, I intend for this to happen, well, that isn't really all that effective. So how do we do this? You can do it alone, or you can do it with someone. If you do it with someone or with somebody else in a group setting, it has more power behind it because of the Maharishi effect, or the mastermind that you are creating. If you Google the Maharishi effect, you get yourself a little education. See, the mastermind is defined, as I find it, as when two or more minds united in harmony, they create a third mind that has the potential mind power of the two or more of them multiplied by each other. In a group, if 1,000 people get together and concentrate on one thing, visualize it into effect with emotion and love and intention and gratitude for already having it, it is a lot more effective because now you have the mind power of 1,000,000 minds. That is powerful. Now, I've been looking around for the definition of intention, and I found so many of them, I just couldn't settle on anything, but I made my own, and I think that's as close as I get. I find intention to be emotionally directed thought with a visualized image of a successful outcome. I'll say that again. Emotionally directed thought with a visualized image of a successful outcome. Think on that. And if you do that in a mastermind, it has a lot more power behind it. And it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. See, if you want something strong enough, you should be able to develop some form of an emotion around it. That emotion and the feeling going into it is extremely important. That and the visualized image of it. The completed project or the completed thing that you want. If you want something strong enough also, you're willing to go and help the universe create it with you. You go out there and do everything you can to make it happen. Talk to people, do things. People come out of nowhere sometime if you talk about it and explain it to people what you want to do, and they can help. Intention is the heart of everything. Everything is in the concept of intention. And intention, in a great extent, determines the outcome. If you have intention and all your gifts and powers, it comes to the surface. The universe will get in the game with you and try to help you create what you envision. And that is important because now you are not alone anymore. You are brainstorming, so to speak, with the universal mind. That's powerful. And after all those gifts and abilities come to the surface, you are better suited to work with it. And you visualize it, you feel it and you create the emotion and the love, and you see other people in there with you enjoying it. Write it down. Something happens when you write things down. When you write things down, it is recorded in the brain in one place. When you speak it, is recorded somewhere else. When you visualize it, it is recorded somewhere else again. So it is recorded in different parts of the brain, and they all work together to create that creation that goes into the universal mind, which attaches itself to the energy that you need in order to create it and bring it back. This is not very well understood by a lot of people. But once you start doing this, especially right before and right after a meditation, where you lower the brainwave pattern into the bottom of the alpha range where the magic is, try it. You're going to like it. And also seeing other people in there with you, enjoying it. That is very important, because you shouldn't just be selfish and do things for yourself. The universe is not a getting thing, it's a giving thing. You give to others. Well, so they will enjoy and have benefit from, and it should also give you more of a satisfaction for yourself. Now, intention. You also would consider it completed. What you want, know it is done. When you have created all that, place it into the universal mind, you've given it a low form of life. It is there forever. You may go out there and attach and bring it back to you. Someone else can be creating something exactly similar, and they go into the universe and they find your creation. They can create it for them also. The universe shares with everyone. So there is a book out there. It's called Spiritual Science, Higher Conscious Thinking, and How to Access the Universal Consciousness. That book explains more about how to do this, how to interact with the universal mind, how to create love in your feelings. It's not easy either. And it teaches you how to use your mind in ways that normally you would think would be impossible. That might help you in creating wonderful things. It has done for many. I have the emails to prove it, because I wrote that book for the doers and the dreamers and the ones that really want to change their life and the world. And it can be done because it is being done in many different places in a small scale, and now it is growing. So if you like this video, also subscribe and click the bell next to it so you can find out when the next videos are coming out. So until then, be good to each other and see you in the next video.